Okay. So this works great for things like photos. These photos have true color. And so they look amazingly bright and brilliant on this display. And the big advancement is what we call Pro Motion, which is 120 hertz refresh rate. So this works great when you're in Safari. And you can see that as you scroll, it's incredibly smooth. You can read the text as you're scrolling at 120 hertz. And in something like Maps, if we bring up the flyover, you can see it responds to my finger immediately. It's an incredibly fast refresh rate. It feels like you're just touching and moving the environment directly. It's also great for pro apps. This is an app called Affinity Photo. So here, if I want to apply a filter to this, such as say a swirl, as I move my pencil around the screen, you can see it's having to recalculate pixels across the whole of the image.
Yes.
And it's just doing that instantly with no noticeable delay. If I open a photo like this and I want to apply a motion blur to it, I can do that by going to the blur filters. And at the very top here we have motion blur. Now motion blur is a quite computationally complex thing to add to this image. And it can usually take time on a desktop, full desktop, even with discrete graphics. Affinity Photo has said that they're getting 10 times faster performance on the new iPad Pro than they do on a desktop with discrete motion graphics. So if I touch my pencil to this image and apply that motion blur, everything's going to be recalculated. And you can see it's just instant. No noticeable delay whatsoever. I can choose which direction I want that to happen and give a very real effect. You can also do an app like Plotograph. Here, if I want to take this photograph and turn it into a 4K movie, I can choose where I want to have motion in the image. If I don't want the boat to move, I can mask out the boat. Let me just do. And then I can choose to animate this. And if I play that, you now have a movie with the clouds and the reflection of the clouds, the water behind the boat, all moving in sequence.